For the Lord corrects and disciplines everyone whom he loves, and he punishes, even scourges, every son who he accepts and welcomes to his heart and cherishes. And that's coming up next on Higher Learning. There comes a time in our lives when the Lord has to correct and discipline his children because we sometimes forget and we get wrapped up in our own selves and want to do our own thing and not realize that when we are not in tune with God, we begin to lose sight. And sometimes we get so wrapped up in doing our own thing that it causes God to have to correct us, discipline us. But he does it not out of anger or out of disappointment per se. He does it because he loves us. See, he knows we're human, but even in our humanity, we must be able to realize that if we say we're going to do something and we turn around and didn't do it, then we're wrong. And then we do it over and over and over again, though my Father is a very patient God. There does come that time when he has to chastise us. But it's all right. Because to me, when God corrects us, when he disciplines us, when he sometimes forcefully pushes us in the right direction, he's doing it because if we continue that way, then we are living a life outside the very will and the word of God. And that's not what we want. We want to be the men and women who are abiding by the word and living a life that lines up with God's purpose and plan for our lives. Now, don't get me wrong, we're going to still make mistakes, but sometimes the chastisements have to come, the discipline, the correction, so that we will remain in a place where we know that we're God's children. He's our Father in heaven. And just like our parents here on earth, I'm sure many of you have remember those days when you got spanked by your parents. I do remember great times. But now, as I've gotten older, obviously, I begin to realize that getting spanked by God is a little different. But when it does happen, it just reminds me that He does love me, that He loves us, and He just wants the best for us. So don't get upset when it happens. Don't feel that you failed. Just know that is a point of correction, setting the compass in the right direction, moving according to His will, His way, His purpose, so that whatever it is that He has for us to do, we will be in the right position to do it. Because if I'm doing my own thing, then I'm not in the right position to do what He wants me to do. And like I said, sometimes He has to correct us to make sure that we're doing the right thing. And that's a good thing. So, my brothers and sisters, just know. that we have a Father who loves us so much that He cares enough to even correct us. Yeah. Also, just want to let you all know that next week, for the next few weeks, actually, I'll be away. I'm going to try my best to put on a podcast, but I'll be in the hospital. So at the very least, I will love your prayers. Getting a procedure, and so knowing that God is with me, I am not worried about the procedure. I know that it's going to go well, but I will be out of commission for a little while. So I just appreciate your prayers and your thoughts. And like I said, I'm going to try to maybe sneak a podcast in, or a little video in between the procedures and everything. But with that said, again, I love you all. Thank you all for your support. Um, New subscribers every week. It's amazing what God is doing, uh, reaching folks overseas. And so I'm just excited from the bottom of my heart, know that I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, even though sometimes I do mess up. But God is still with me. I love you. I thank you, and be blessed.